Does anybody want to address Jared's marital status?
Well, Jared did call himself. I did like how you brought that up. I was about to say something, then you brought it up.
So Jared, are you with Ella? Or I'm just checking in. It's just a weekly check-in. Are you with Ella yet, or are you not with Ella yet?
No.
Hey, what's happening?
Oh, Peadro, my nigga.
Black Peadro.
What's going on, Bush?
My bad. You know, when Aaron say 30 minutes, that means an hour and 15 minutes. So.
Yeah, I said, I guess you're on black CPT time. Shit.
Yeah, we on AG3 time.
I lost my train of thought now. Now I'm trying to how to, figure out what I'm gonna drink tonight with this cigarillo.
Come on. Hold on.
I've been on the miles with that yak yesterday.
Now I lost my shoot. I'm on a different time.
Hold on. Are you smoking the cigarillo?
No, not for real, bro. Shoot, I can't smoke that. It had my blood sugar up.
Okay. I was gonna say, nigga, don't do that.
What are talking about tonight?
We talking about multiple things. We're talking about the Ohio State assistant wide receivers coach taking dick pics and stuff like that. We also talked about death strap.
Well, now I heard that he did that in the White House, right?
Yeah.
Okay, shoot. Now I'm gonna go there and scare people. Then I'm gonna do the same thing. I want to see if they kick me out, though.
Well, the sad part is that, Peadro, I never told you this, but I took pictures. I did some dick pics at your house when you were living at the church. When you were getting ready for prom and we were taking off, I went in the bathroom and took some dick pics. But I used the old flat camera with the bulb at the top.
And then he put his dick on a Bible.
Come on, man. Come on.
I didn't do that. I put my dick on somebody's obituary.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, yeah, man. That dude. Since I'm from the state of Ohio, you see how we act. Yes, we do stuff like that. We do scandalous stuff. It's been known in history.
Do you think it's because were you ever an athlete? Because Jared has this theory that because athletes are in high regard and because they're always getting hit and they're doing dangerous things that they make behaviors like this. Are you saying?
Yeah, well,
go ahead.
Yeah, I think when you got high testosterone, and you always. The athletes are violent people. You can't go in there every day, go and work out and run into each other and not have a little loose screw.
But why? But why is pulling out your dick a form of violence?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Why is pulling out your dick a form of violence?
It's a form of aggression.
Dick aggression. There we go. That makes sense.
It's a mating call.
Exactly. So it's the thing where you go out. I don't know, man. It's that testosterone. Just always wanting to be on the edge.
The last time I randomly pulled out my dick, I was like 20-something, and I think I wanted to make sure the girl wanted to touch it, so I pulled it out first.
Well, that's the thing. They always in the locker room with their pants down, so they figure they can just do it anywhere. Yeah. Like, I like to pull out my dick at the strip club.
Come on.
You remember a couple years ago?
Everybody feels comfortable. If something goes wrong, you always have an excuse.
I see pussy.
Yeah, I see pussy. So I was titty shaking. So I thought I'd get next too.
Well, that's the thing.
Right. But with you got the crazy guys. People also don't understand. These guys is taking supplements. It's messing with their heads. You mix it with your blood pressure. But like Aaron, for instance, he takes his diabetic medication, then he'll go off and do some HGH, and you see he be walking the street with that dog like he's crazy or something.
I mean, I usually take my diabetic medicine with some K2.
But yeah, so this is a form of aggression. All that practice, all that rah-rah, and they seem like they never turn down, so they do crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's hard. Peadro, the way I said it is that their starting point for what is pushing the line or a little bit crazy is past what the average person's form of crazy or towing the line is.
Right. Because like I said, it's hard to turn that off.
But what about Russian?
You out there, you are constantly got to be moving and doing something to stay.
It's not rush week, it's rush season when it comes to football, though.
Yeah.
It's this whole season. It's over several months. It's 6 months of your. It's half of your year.
How do you explain the Alabama dude that's full of testosterone?
Okay, now what did he do? Explain that to me.
Nothing. I'm just saying, he did the same thing. He just would have had to dick out, period. White house, black house, your mom's house, his grandma's house.
Jerry, you have brought up on some of protesting.
Oh, yeah, we talking about the Cowboys and protesting. What you have on that page?
Jerry's been protesting his comb.
Yeah, okay, so this is what they do.
Took a knee on his comb. Jerry took a knee on his comb.
My verticoli.
So this is the way I would go about handling that if I was in Dallas. I get up in the morning, I prepare, you prepare and get ready to go into the facility. Before you do that, you play the national anthem on your phone, on your pill, your JBL pill or your B pill, play the national anthem and kneel in the comfort of your own home.
Okay.
I kneel in the comfort of my own home every time.
You play the national anthem, kneeling. That way, you get one up on Jerry Jones.
I kneel in my house with the national anthem playing on the TV all the time. As long as there's a woman on the couch with her legs open, I'm kneeling.
Come on, man.
Ain't nobody kneeling faster than me. I'm kneel faster than Kaepernick.
I might get a big head wall mount or wall poster of Jerry Jones just so I can kneel in front of him and be like, yeah, you ain't gonna do shit, motherfucker.
No, wait, hold on. No, don't kneel in front of Jerry Jones. He's probably used to a lot of Negroes kneeling in front of him. That's something you don't want to do. That's not a good look. And then with all the people with the camera phone. See, that's what I'm saying. You do it in the comfort of your home. Nobody know what you're doing. And you can stay black. You don't want to show out in front of the white man in pain. That's the way you rebel. You can rebel in your your own living room, or whatever you need to do to get that righteous Negro out of you before you go down to Jerry Jones' house.
Come on.
Well, Peadro, my thing is, we gotta, for black people, for the Negroid race, we gotta set a standard of what is sacred to us, and we have not been able to effectively do that due to some of our own shortcomings, but due to many also exterior environmental, constraints that have been set up through legislation, law, and just assassinations of icons. But aside from that,
that was Angela Davis Sanders right there.
So I know this is a sports program that you guys are running, but you know how you solve that?
I don't think Jared is a sports program.
Jared doesn't know that.
What?
So this is how you solve that, and this is probably never going to happen. I believe Aaron said this before. You got to completely boycott. Can't be no black people out there.
Mm-hmm. Not one.
Can't be nobody playing any sports.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all Negroes got to stop. That's the only way anybody's going to pay attention.
Mm-hmm. No way that's happening.
Start making any money look funny, I bet you legislation get wrote into police reform 2 days after y'all stop playing.
Mm-hmm.
You're absolutely right, man.
It's not going to happen, but it's been some strange times.
Imagine
now that everybody sees everything, and you can get everything on your phone 24/7. You have black people have the power.
If there was a black visibility strike, and black entertainers, black athletes, black everything decide just not to show up for entertainment, The world will literally stop.
I got a better thing. If all the niggas that work security in Washington D.C. decide to go on strike all at once,
but they don't hire a bunch of niggas from Washington.
Yes, that's all niggas do in D.C.
Fuck up,
bruh.
Get security.
Bruh. They are all the
security guards.
No.
White House.
No. I'm talking about.
Oh, you talking about the parking attendant?
No, I'm talking about. Hey, you ain't been to Washington D.C. recently, nigga. Now, all I'm gonna say is no. National Archives, Smithsonian's, all the museums, everything in downtown D.C. that makes D.C.
You mean the
all
niggas watching the taxidermy?
All the basic security guards in D.C. If they all didn't show up to work, see what happens.
We don't need them in the fight though, Jerry. No nigga is looking for the Smithsonian.
You in the state capitol. It's the chocolate city, yet all the niggas work security. Hey, if you gonna tell me the national export of Wakanda is security guards, then I'll believe you. But nah. Wakanda, them niggas was like actual like
national export.
The national export. You got a bunch of security guards because that's all I saw. When I saw black people in DC, it was they were working security. Every security job was black people in DC, bro. Okay,
chocolate city.
It's the chocolate city. Yes. So it's the most amount of black people. They shouldn't only be working fucking security jobs. When I go to Wakanda, I want to see, man, this is some king. European job for
security. Maybe you'll see black people still. I don't know. I don't know. Did you try that?
Pedro, just to let you know, I'm on the ground laughing. This nigga said the national export of Wakanda is black security guards.
That's all they got? It's the chocolate city. Y'all niggas put too much on Wakanda. I'm trying to identify with y'all right now. So all we doing is Wakanda is sending out motherfucking defense. I'm trying. Hey, everyone else seem to be like, man, Black Panther changed my life. Made me realize, you know what I'm saying, black pride and black.
All I saw was security guards.
That's all I saw was security guards, basically.
Look, until white people start paying their salary.
Exactly. Washington D.C. is a real country, is a real city, is a real place, and every black person in Washington D.C. either works at the goddamn grocery store or at security station.
Why were you only at museums and grocery stores?
Because I was visiting Washington D.C. and I'm cognizant of blackness when I go places. Like when we were in Portland and we were the only 4 niggas that was together that was actually.
Time out. Do not bring up our trip. Because on our trip, you made a valiant point to make sure that I did not see the absence of black. You were like, there's so many mixed races. Everybody, look, there's so many black people. Look at the blacks. Look at the blacks. Look at the blacks.
Did not say that.
Look at the blacks. It's not that bad. It's okay. This white person, he likes you.
Wait, let me get this right. You said the national product of Wakanda is the black security guards.
Yes, that's what you get. They all Wakanda trained, Wakanda born, Wakanda trained.
That's some W.B. Du Bois shit, man.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. Hey, no. When we were in Portland, like all the homeless people were white, except for like one like mixed race black girl who was sleeping on the sidewalk with all the white people that was sleeping on the sidewalk.
Because you see all the homeless.
No.
Yeah, we got a guest, man. We can't go on and on.
Yeah, Pedro, we gotta stop it, man. I'm sorry, Pedro.
I kind of got lost in that.
He always gets lost in something, Pedro.
Yeah, but yeah,
he's like that role. Remember in Living Color when Damon Wayans was that guy in jail that used all the big words.
Right.
That's Jared.
And most of the shit Jared say only makes sense to him if he says it from beginning to end without stopping.
That's the problem in society. All the black people are the one that's running and jumping, or all the black people are the one that's entertaining.
That's what I'm saying. I said if they all don't show up to work.
You take that entertainment, you take away the entertainment factor from these guys to gamble on us, from these guys to make money off of us. Now we got a big face. Shoot, we got what, 2 superheroes that's breaking records.
Hey, who were the 2 black superheroes? We know it was King T'Chaka and the other one, Wesley Snipes.
It's Drake.
Come on, man.
Right, I'm talking
about Black Panther and Luke Cage.
What about Black Lightning?
Man, Black Lightning, that nigga can't fight no villains. I watch him. That dude's lightning bolts is off.
The only thing that dude could do was put the little stripes in the side of Michael Irvin's hair.
Exactly.
That nigga's out here doing static electricity things at Lawrence.
Come on, static electricity.
Like, hey, you rub this balloon on your hair, you can get a shock.
He's rubbing his feet on the carpet.
Black static.
Yeah, man, that's shooting, man. That's shooting. I'm a big Jill Scott fan. I was like, I didn't want to see her in that crap.
They used Gil Scott Heron's music in it?
No. Jill Scott plays one of the villains, doesn't she?
Oh, Jill Scott. She sold out. Don't worry about it. Gil Scott didn't. He got on crack before he could sell out.
Come on, man. That's the definition of selling out.
No. Hey, what's worse? Here, quick question. Poll question, y'all. We're going to put this on the poll. Probably not, but we're going to try to put it on the poll. What's worse? Selling out for money or getting hooked on crack as a black icon? Because
selling out for money, because when you got hooked on crack, that was like a government institutionalized.
They worked to try and get you hooked on it, and you did that to yourself. You did take your voice away from the cause, but you did that to yourself. When you sell out and you let them profit off your image and use your image subversively, that's a real issue.
Peadro, they didn't know that Time's Up ain't new. I remember one of the teachers used Time's Up on you at Crenshaw.
Come on. Like, shoot, I wish I did have a Time's Up and Me Too moment with Miss Strayhorn, I tell you. Like, I got all these doggone,
I had a teacher at 7th grade.
Doggone stories about these kids telling on their teachers. Shoot.
You would have told her?
Miss Strayhorn and Stacy would have took it to the next level with me. I've been saying nothing. It's been damaged goods. It's been damaged goods. It's like, shoot, I've been somewhere I've never been before.
Some places
And that's the faculty clause.
It sounded like Peadro would enjoy Stranger Things Blue.
No, he wouldn't.
Exactly. You do something a little strange in the faculty closet to me, or the teachers'
lounge.
Teachers' lounge. I ain't never seen, or even those places nobody ever seen before when you're a kid.
Or the cubby closet.
Or behind the wall over there on Crenshaw.
It's like a bunch of old nigga fantasies.
That's true. That's true. Peadro do sound like an old nigga fantasy. Peadro, tell me this: do you prefer to do doggy style in your church socks or Timberlands?
I prefer it in my church socks. Because the Timberlands is hard on my sugar foot. You get that Aretha Franklin pie?
What's a Franklin pie?
The what pie?
The Aretha Franklin pie.
Come on, man.
You know, you got a peach cobbler.
No, that's Patti LaBelle.
Patti LaBelle's pie.
Y'all ain't rolling with it.
No, hey, that was my point.
Y'all ain't rolling with it. Y'all just threw that joke in the trash.
My bad, Peadro. But Peadro, this was my point earlier that I was trying to get to when I talked about, black people having their icons taken out and yada yada yada. Was that we need more niggas and more black people in general to start arguing over trivial shit and make it more important than it needs to, so that when you're at a barbershop, you shooting each other over who should play Diana Ross or Patti LaBelle or what's her name who just died?
Oh, wow.
Halle Berry. Or Aretha Franklin in a biopic. We start shooting each other over that. People be like, hey man, don't fuck with black people about Halle Berry, Aretha Franklin, Patti LaBelle, or Jada Pinkett Smith. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna know.
Y'all doing it right. You keeping them lighthearted. You crack on each other, but you keep them lighthearted. You don't carry no pistols. That's all you got to do in the argument. When y'all talking sports, don't carry any pistols. Okay? Don't carry no razor blades. Don't carry no knives. Don't carry no sticks.
What about
y'all Negroes is passionate about your sports.
What about?
And everybody's always right.
What about when I carry my one-eye Alabama black snake? Because I take that everywhere I go.
I wouldn't even carry. I wouldn't carry alcohol. I've seen a lot of niggas get cut by broken glass bottles. arguing over who's better, Michael Cooper or Eddie Jones.
Well, Peadro, we gonna have to wrap this up because Brandon and Darius gotta go.
All right, my brother.
Unlike you, they take care of their kids.
Come on, hey, and y'all do that. Don't end up like Aaron. Have y'all ever seen Aaron around any kids besides the ones he work with?
No, actually.
You're right.
That's a good point.
But Aaron's baby mamas always calling me, asking me, do you think he can send me a check or something?
I'm they trying to set me up like Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon got to pay $7,000 a month in child support, which I'm trying to figure out how. Raising a kid must be expensive in Cleveland.
Exactly.
It's probably going down to Miami.
I know that's BS because I know you can raise a kid off of asking somebody for $20. Because that's exactly what happened between me and my cousin. I hope my cousin don't ever find this podcast. But yeah, you can raise a kid off of $20 in Cleveland. That's not a problem. You get you some Similac from Earl. You get you that wick. You get you that wick and that food stamp. That $20, you can actually buy some diapers out the swap meet in Cleveland. So you can take care of the kid in Cleveland off for $20. $7,000, that kid is living like LeBron James.
Kid living like LeBron. $7,000 a month.
Exactly. $7,000 a month. In Cleveland would get you a house, a nice car, 2 other kids, and another house.
Bro, that's literally fucking, what is it? 7 times 12. That's $74,000 a year.
Dude, I seriously thought about moving back to Cleveland because I seen you can get a house. I seen you get a house in Cleveland for the same amount of money I paid for the wheels on my pickup. So,
shit. Well, hey, Peadro, it was a pleasure as usual. We're gonna have you back on another time.
All right, thanks for having me. Y'all keep this up.
Hey, Peadro, any final things you want to say to our fans and your fans?
Oh, I don't have fans, Jared.
Jared believes he has a lot of them.
I barely have friends,
I'm glad you said that.
So I don't have any. But for y'all fans, y'all keep it brother. Hashtag keep it brother. BRUTHA, brother. And I'm out.
All right, time for Cutty Corner Shoutouts.
Booty, having some booty.
My bad, that was the wrong one. I hit the wrong one. Sorry.
We're broken people now. We're
Thank you. That's it.
Can a nigga borrow a French fry?
All right, Cutty Corner Shoutout.
Oh, hold on. I got a Cutty Corner Shoutout from last week for Darius. Hold on, real quick. This is not my. Here we go. Cutty Corner Shoutout for Darius. All right, Cutty Corner Shoutouts. All right, let's start. Who we starting with?
Oh, man. No, I told y'all about mine earlier, man. I got this, my Cutty Corner shout out goes out to Old Spice High Endurance Antiperspirant and Deodorant. I haven't sweat for 3 days. I put that shit under my arms. I was like, I'm about to be out. It's hot. Let me put this on real quick. Boop, boop, boop. My armpits have not been the same since. Like, either you just gotta have a condition where you sweat way too much to wear this shit, or you just can't never put it on. Because, like, either you go to Burning Man, you'll be in, like, New Orleans or some shit like that in the middle of summer, but, like, that shit is not normal. I really need to talk to
So what you're saying is that they should only sell it in highly humid places.
Man, either that or you gotta be Bob Sapp.
Come on, man. Or Patrick Ewing.
Listening.
I'm real worried though, man. That's just crazy.
That should be
Have you washed it off yet?
I've taken.
It's like it won't wash.
It won't wash.
Taking 2 regular showers and 3 armpit showers. Just armpits.
Just the texture of my skin has changed.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah.
Bro, it's like liquid cement in that shit, huh?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I got a new one for you then. Because I'm a sweater too. I'm a Dr. Dre type of sweater. That's forehead and armpits, right? Dove Clinical.
Is it deodorant or?
Dove Women's Clinical. It's $7 or $8 a stick, but and it's clear stick.
Oh, that's the key. That clear stick. You don't be take off your shirt and all of a sudden you got white spots all over your arm.
Yeah. So something to think about, man, because that shit works really well. But I used to fuck with that.
Yeah, Darius got them feta curds in his
That shit
armpits.
is intense, man. I was like, all right.
Feta curds in his armpit. Come on.
Jared's on a little bit of a roll today.
Because no one is stopping him. No one cares today. No one.
This first time he's got a full night's rest before he goes to the show.
This is hey, you missed the other show. This motherfucker's basically sleep in the chair. It's me, Brandon, and Jared asleep. In the middle of the show, Brandon just goes, once again, it's just the air of the Brandon show. Jared was asleep in the chair. And then he was he had sunglasses on the whole time. Yeah,
And then argue with us when the show was over. He's like, oh man, I thought we were going to get some
I thought we were going to keep going. We're like, dude, it was just us talking for 2 hours. You were fucking asleep.
Last week when we recorded, I was definitely like not in a good place. I was definitely
not to string the straw out any longer, but you said you were working on not being busy. That's the only part I caught it. I haven't had the chance to work on that.
I haven't had a chance to not work on. Yeah, it happens. You know, the summer gets booked up, things happen. All of a sudden, 5 weeks has passed by, and you're like, "What happened all the time?" And I'm here, and I got some good sleep for the last 2 nights, so I finally feel good. I'm telling you, that's why I was texting you last time. I had that text Twitter beef with you because I was basically at 100%.
You didn't have no text Twitter beef because I didn't want to respond to your stupid
I won. You quit. You said this is stupid. Once you said this is stupid, I was like, I got him.
I was literally in the movie.
Once Darius said this is stupid, I was like, I got his ass. I got him. Yes.
My Cutty Corner Shoutout goes to Brewer Firm. Definitely goes to Brewer Firm this weekend. His lawyer represented me in my house case. He hasn't done his due diligence, and so I personally feel like kicking him in his balls. But it's a real strong Cutty Corner. And you know, when you have real busy situations like dealing with a house or a lawsuit or a child, you know, those are real busy situations. Going camping with the same people 5 weeks in a row, that's not busy, bitch. All right, so
You eat a dick, nigga.
Yep.
You eat a dick.
so I lost that roast battle, but Jared's losing their life. So that's all good.
Hey, bro, I exalt you for being a good brother who ain't running these streets tricking.
Yes, because that's what most brothers do. We just run the street
man,
tricking.
hey.
I'll give you props for not being a nigga with your dick out.
All I'm gonna say is this. Hey,
I don't want to hear anything you about to say. You've already said so much, man.
I've said enough,
I'm working on not saying much, all
but
right?
I'm getting to more. But what I will say is, hey man, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you and Brandon not getting invited to A's games because y'all.
You're happy for us
on the
not
text.
getting invited to A's games.
Because you know,
I'm happy for
when
you.
a couple of
to
niggas
not-
just want to go to an A's game,
Man,
they're
I would
like,
like to
hey
invite you
man.
to dinner that's about to start in 5 minutes at my house.
Oh shit! All right, we'll get to it. We'll get to that thing. I'm sorry, Brad. Are you invited me for dinner for real though? For real? Who we have?
Nobody's inviting you to dinner.
I can't come over for dinner. That's
No.
fucked up.
What's that got to do with the chicken being red and not?
It wasn't red. Did you get sick? Did I get sick?
I did get the bubble guts when I got back. I don't know where it's from.
Because niggas, you was drinking for 5 days in a row when you ain't drinking for 5 days in a row in like 15 years, nigga. And you was drinking hard for 5 days in a row. It wasn't no easy drinking, nigga. Aaron drank more than me that whole goddamn trip. I was like, Aaron, I don't know what you're doing. He's like, man, that's all good. I'm just waking up. I'm sleeping on 3 hours a night. I'm getting drunk, sleeping 3 hours, and getting back up and doing my thing. Aaron was going crazy. That's why you got the BGs. And, damn, bitch.
That was on the trip, huh?
Yeah, and you also ate
so much-
McDonald's before we left on that flight,
What?
too.
It was so good.
We ate that McDonald's sandwich. So Aaron basically kicked away all his dietary restrictions, all everything that was an inhibitor of him being thoughtful.
No, I still ate well. I ate well.
You ate well,
To that McDonald's.
but the alcohol mixed with what we were eating was you letting go, which is fine. I think it was good, but at the same time, BG's was not because of that chicken. So I ate that chicken. I ate 4 pieces of that chicken. I was fine.
No, you didn't eat 4 pieces of chicken.
Yes, I did. 'Cause
We
I
had a
ate
total of 6
the last
pieces,
2 pieces.
and it was 2 left over.
No.
You ate the last 2. I swore I threw them away.
I ate the last ones. Yeah, I ate them.
I swore
I stayed up late.
You didn't even eat 2 pieces. You only ate 1 piece.
I ate 3
Anyway,
pieces.
it was only 6 pieces between 3 of
Did
us.
you eat 2 pieces?
Yes.
Oh, Iris ate 1. I ate 1.
I want to keep the integrity.
I ate 3.
Anyway,
That was fine.
my Cutty Corner shout out goes out to Comcast. Comcast, how do you not stay? I don't understand. When my bill price don't change, we agreed on a fixed bill price. It's not supposed to change every week. You're gonna get mad at me because somehow, my bill was only $80 last month. So I said, "Fuck it, I'm only gonna pay $80." Then the next month they talk about, "Hey, Aaron, you owe over 400 or some shit, and you didn't charge me the right amount for 1 month. I don't know why. I paid what you said you charged me." Comcast, I will be cutting the cord in the next month. Don't worry, people. You still get the passwords. We going somewhere else. It'll be better. We moving on. Fuck the Dolan family. Fuck United States Department of whatever business that has not stopped that monopoly. Fuck everything.
I'll get myself ready while Jared goes.
All right.
What's good,
Hold
nigga?
on.
I do too. I want to listen to it.
My Cutty Corner shout out. Throw out a couple random words. Things that have been going on recently.
What's up? I had my fucking list. Yeah,
Random words. I don't understand what the hell you talking about.
yeah, Butler and Wade going
What
back
kind of
and
Cutty Corner shout out needs people to throw in other words?
forth. You know about to do a freestyle?
Yep.
I'm do a freestyle. He said, "Yep."
You like throw random words. Dude, we told you to write your Cutty Corner shout out there.
My Cutty Corner shout out
Brandon's
goes.
like trapping that corner.
Brandon ain't leaving. My Cutty Corner shout out goes to,
We don't know, Jared.
why y'all interrupting me?
You don't have a Cutty Corner.
He's like, "Yo,
Now you're wasting everybody's time.
My Cutty Corner shout out.
He don't even want to.
Can I finish?
That nigga just, yo, you're a waste, man.
Can I finish?
This is crazy. Yeah, you can finish, of course. Can you finish? This is a question.
My Cutty Corner shout out.
What the fuck? He's gonna say it at least one more time.
He has no idea what
This is terrible. This is.
All right, yeah. So my Cutty Corner shout out goes to.
There's the one.
White privilege. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. That's it.
All right, thanks, bros.
All right, thank
I've had to deal with it numerous times this week, and it's not fun, and it's hard to call people out for white privilege because you end up sounding like the angry black person. But at the same time, it's some real shit that other people just need to consider. Privileges, you need to have ability to consider your situation versus others. Even if you think you're completely right, have the relative consideration to be able to put yourself in the other person's shoes from their perspective, from their variables that influence who they are, and just recognize game. Because I do that every day on a daily basis for the most part. For the most part, I try to. And there's several people that I've had to deal with over the last couple weeks that have not. And it's frustrating. So privilege, white privilege, check yourself, and we out. Thank you for listening to our show. We hope you enjoyed us. Hit us up on the Instagram, the Twitter, the YouTube.
Hey,
And
just to let the fans know, we haven't been recording for the last 2 minutes.
Do any of y'all know what a BBC is?